What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Nirmal Perera and I am a software engineering undergraduate of Java Institute, and I recently started making YouTube videos, and in these YouTube videos I share content basically regarding software engineering and related fields. And in this video series I have currently started a video series which includes web programming video series and the database management video series. And in these videos I discuss questions based on the relevant topics. That means in the web programming series I discuss web programming questions, and in the database management system question series I discuss DBMS questions. So in this video I am going to discuss the 25th question of the web programming video series. Let's go check it out. If you can remember, in the previous video we discussed how to design this interface without using Bootstrap and using your own CSS. And in this video I am going to discuss how to design a button which says view product, and once you click on it you get an interface which gives all the details of the relevant registered products. So you have a set of registered products which you register using this interface, and you get the chance to see all the registered products once you click on the view products button. And here we have registered certain features of this one product. There are about 8 features that I registered, and you are about to show these relevant features: the name, the category, the brand, and the model, and the image of the relevant product. So in this video I am going to discuss how we are going to do that. So I'll click on this view answer button. So as you can see, if you can remember, in the previous video I designed this interface. Now I am going to click on view products button to view all the products. Let's see. So once I click on that button, you will see these products which I registered. As you can remember, this is the product we registered in the previous video. So once you register another product, and it will be updated below here. So this is the interface I have designed using a table to display the products of the features of the relevant product. And here we have the name, the category which the product belongs to, and the brand, model, price, plus the image of the relevant product. Now I will show you the coding behind it, as this is the end of the interface. So I'll show you how the code works. As you can see, this is the question panel. This is the panel I used to display the question, and here we have the answer. So in this interface I designed the interface to display the answer, and here as in the question number 24 video you have the same interface. Now here you have a special interface to display the table, but as you can see there's nothing inside. So the question may arise, how did you get all those data inside the table without having any data on the relevant page? The thing is, I gave an ID to this table here which says view products, and using that ID this table is located, and using Ajax I inserted the table details which are stored in a separate file. What I did was I sent a message to that file and got the text from that relevant file. So what I did was I got that text and inserted inside this table using the feature called inner.html. So if I give the text the inner.html feature, what it does is it displays all the details inside the table. Okay. So next I'll show you the script.js file. So once we click on view products button, it activates the function called view products. So in the script.js file which I have connected to the index_q2 file, I have this function view products. So what happens is, basically Ajax only what happens in this function is the Ajax request method. So I have created the Ajax object here, and what I did was I sent a request to product underscore view.php file. So this has all the details. As you can see, the first column, name, category, brand, model, price, table, and here are the details. The details what I did was I used PHP. I coded PHP inside the table, and what I did was I used a database connection, and what I did was I created a for loop and I looped all the data of the relevant products. So I have only one row here, but you loop that one single row the number of times. That number of times depends on the amount of data which is stored in the registration table. So say you have about 4 products in the registration table. Now in this case I have 3. So as I have 3 products in the registration database, I use that number 3. So this is looped 3 times. So you get 3 products. So I did that using the for loop, and what I did was, now I have the overall text here. So this for loop is executed on the server side. So once I sent a request to the server side, it has already done all the work for us. That means it has already looped. So I have the table on the server side. So once I give a request to that relevant page, that is product underscore view, it gains all the content. That means the text which is inside the product view. Now you don't have PHP on that file which you are getting from the server side. You have only HTML. Those PHP are run by the server and they are converted into HTML. So that text we get. So what I did was I got that text, and as you can see, this view products ID that I have given to the table. So what I did was I gained that text and I selected the table. Here I have selected the table through the ID which I have given in the page, and the response text, r.response text, that is the response text which the Ajax objects get from that relevant page. The page is the product underscore view page, and I get those data, and it is stored as a variable. I name that variable as text. So in this page, in JavaScript we don't use the dollar mark. We use the term var represents variable. So I have 2 variables created here, text and view products. View products table is basically the table which I have in the index underscore q2, which has nothing inside it, but I have put the response text from the product.view page inside the table. So that's how the coding behind that works. So once you click on this close product view button, that all of the content is deleted, also using that ID button. So once you click on it, that whole table is deleted, and once you click on view products again, you get that table again. So how did I did that? I called upon close products function on the script.js, and what happens in the close products function is the content which is inside the table I have used the tag to identify it as view underscore product, and I have used inner HTML to the view products button to be null. There's nothing inside the table now once this is called. So that's the coding behind this interface which I designed. So that's all for question number 25, and in the last question of this jumbo question, I have the last part, that what happens in that question is, once you click on the image, what happens is the details of all the details of that relevant product is displayed and is filled onto these input fields with the image at the middle. So I'll show you how that works in the next video. So I'll meet you guys in the next video. That means in the question number 26. Bye guys, and have a nice day.